It's the World's Invitational Frisbee Championships, sanctioned by the International Frisbee Association. I'm Ed Hedrick, Steady Ed to the Frisbee players, 001, and founder of the International Frisbee Association, 70,000 members strong. On this plane are over 100 of the world's finest Frisbee throwers. Wham-O, Pepsi, American Airlines have brought these players in from all over the United States and Canada, and we're ready for them in California. This is me welcoming Steve Hansel from Michigan and Don Keane from New Jersey. As you can see, they do some pretty special things with the Frisbee, and each has a specialty that brought them here to the World Championship. There's a lot of talent here, and they're anxious to get going. The goal for every competitor is to win the World Championship of Frisbee. The excitement begins to build. Luggage is collected and the buses head for the dorms at Caltech. Narrating the event for you will be the new director of the International Frisbee Association and a great competitor in his own right, Dan the Stork Roddick.
I'm Dan Roddick, and I'm going to talk to you today about distance, which is the most impressive of the power events in Frisbee. We have with us today Mr. John Kirkland, who is the current record holder in the Guinness Book of Records for the long distance throw at 112 yards. John is going to demonstrate one of the most powerful throws in Frisbee. He uses a backhand with a Berkeley power grip. A fantastic effort. This throw is currently the world's longest Frisbee field goal, flying perfectly through the uprights from over 100 yards away. Women also take part in the distance competition, and to demonstrate women's distance style today, we have the 1974 overall Frisbee champion, Jo Cahow. She will be throwing for you, and something to notice is the straight arm delivery, and she also uses a backhand with a modified Berkeley grip. Jo will also be with us today and offering some expert commentary. This is the official 119G Frisbee we will be using in the competition. The first event of the week is at the Los Angeles Convention Center. Here to welcome the players at the Convention Center is a veteran Frisbee thrower and fine actor, Larry Hagman.
Well, I'm Larry Hagman, and this is Monica Liu, who is the world's champion ladies Frisbee distance thrower and one of the really greats in this industry. How old are you, Senorita?
I'm 18.
18? Wow. When did you win it last year? 17 years old? Fantastic. Well, we're at the LA Convention Center here in Los Angeles, and this is the second World Frisbee contest. It's going to be held in the Rose Bowl on Sunday, and it's really nice to have you here.
Victor Malapronte has one of the finest sidearm throws in the game, and he gets the first one out pretty well. Larry gives a few pointers.
I know how important it is for you, senor. It's only your career. All right, go on to Victor there and see what he can do in a second. Put a little pressure on him.
Vic lets it go. That one's a little better and should put him in the running. They'll mark it at just over 80 yards. Victor wants it back farther. There's the one. That'll be out there, and he knows. Peter Blurm and Monica Liu look on as Chuck Schultz lets one go. Originally from Berkeley, Chuck now works with the Humbleys, a strong Frisbee group from Michigan. And Irv Kalb, known to us in the Frisbee world as Dr. I, is another strong backhand thrower. That will be in contention too. just short of 80 yards. There are some good throws out there. And here's Dave Johnson, the strong man from Boston. There's one with some real spin, and Johnson takes the title. Dave also set a new world indoor mark at better than 94 yards.
I was really anxious for the competition to come back to Pasadena, and Rose Bowl Queen Sally Struthers was on hand to welcome us and throw out a few Frisbees. The crowd gives her a warm welcome.
Queen Struthers will now throw out the first Frisbee.
The three main events that are held at the Rose Bowl are Ultimate, Guts, and Freestyle. For those of you who are not familiar with these events, we will show you some of the finer points. Here is some freestyle between myself and John Kirkland of Boston, Massachusetts.
Right-hand spin. The wind's behind me, Joe. You should... Woo!
A behind-the-back catch and an air bounce. A between-the-legs trap. The key to this kind of play is smoothness and finesse, creating a continuous flow. There's an overhand wrist flip. John with a very unique move. A blind catch behind the back and a leaping behind the head catch. Here's a scissor catch from the Stork and an air bounce from his partner, Dr. I. A nail delay right into the Rose Bowl. Here's a towering air bounce. A lift to a between-the-legs one-finger catch. Dr. I picks it up with some tipping. Here is Ken Westerfield, Canada's finest freestyler. Dave Zuzunas from Berkeley, California, another Frisbee powerhouse. A roller shot, the doctor picks it up, no problem. There's a real Canadian mind blower, a catch after rolling the Frisbee across his chest. The elbow tip, and another roller. A trailing edge catch. Finesse and creativity both play a large part in successful freestyle. Here's the finishing move from the Kirkland Westerfield routine, a tunnel to an under-the-shirt catch. Amazing. The crowd just loves it. But the winners today, following their U.S. and Canadian National Freestyle Championship for pairs, is Dr. I and the Stork. Their final move is a steel catch, and they win the approval of the crowd and high points from the judges. We weren't the only ones doing fancy catches at the Rose Bowl.